Part 1 of this inventory preview is empty boxes, G1 boxes. First up, triple changers. This is Sandstorm. It's got a tape pull at the box top, on the flap, on the front side, and on the bottom of the box in the center. Very little in the way of flap crease. Maybe just a small bit of flap crease on one end over here. Tape pull on the left side flap there. Otherwise, really nice. Next is broadside. Again, very little in the way of flap crease, as you can see. Just a little bit on the right edge of the box back. Otherwise, really good. And then we got Octane here. A small tape pull on the box bottom, and also a small crease there too. A rip on the right side of the box back here where the tape goes. The tape that goes from the box back to the side flap. Again, very little in the way of flap crease. Sides, we got a tape pull that's on that same side, so there's a tape pull on the left side flap that extends to the back of the box. Next is Astro Train. It's got a small crease mark in the upper left corner of the box front. No flap crease. Really good box. Blitzwing. Good front. Good bottom. Alright, let's see. He's got a very light flap crease. And the sides look good as well. Alright. That was triple changers. Now we got Decepticon jets. First up, Cyclonus. It's got some denting on the left hand side of the box front that goes to the left side flap. Box bottom looks pretty good. And the box back. Really no flap crease on that. And this is the left side flap. And this is the right side flap. Next we've got thrust. A small crease mark in the lower left corner of the box front. Box bottom looks good. And there is a light flap crease. Here's the right side flap. Looks good. Left side flap looks good. Ramjet. The front of the box looks really clean. A tiny rip here on the top of the box flap. And there's the box bottom. And the box back. No flap crease. And there's the left side flap. Looks good. And the right side flap looks really good too. Thundercracker. Alright, so the box front looks good. It's got a small tape pull here on the left side in the center of the flap. And the box bottom. Box back got a moderate flap crease. This is the left side flap. And this is the right side flap. And sky warp. Just a couple dings on the left edge of the box front. And the box bottom looks good. Box back looks good. No flap crease. And this is the left side flap. And the right side flap. And here's dirge. Box front looks pretty clean. And the box bottom. Box back. No flap crease. Left side flap. Right side flap. And Starscream. Front of the box looks pretty clean, just a tiny dog ear crease mark on the upper left corner of the box flap. And the box bottom looks good. Light to moderate flap crease on the box back. Left side flap looks good. And the right side flap looks good. And next we got gnaw. Box front looks good. Small piece of tape here on the top of the box flap. Small crease mark in the lower left corner of the box front. Here's the box bottom. Looks good. And the box back got moderate flap crease. And we got some tape pulling on the artwork here along the top edge of the box flap on the back. Right. And here's the left side flap. Looks good. And the right side flap. Looks pretty good. Here is Decepticon clones. Box front, there's a small crease mark in the lower left corner. Box bottom, slight dent there on one of the corners of the box bottom. And the box back, it's got a light flap crease. And this is the left side flap, looks good. And the right side flap looks pretty good. Next up, Decepticons. Kickback. Box front looks really good. Bottom looks good. Box back, just a faint flap crease. And left side flap looks good. Right side flap looks good. Bombshell. Small crease mark in the upper left corner of the box front. And the box bottom looks good. Light flap crease on the back. Right side flap, no, left side flap. And right side flap. Shrapnel. There's the box front, looks pretty good. And the box bottom looks good. Box back, very faint, if any, flap crease. Small crease mark here in the tech spec area of the box back. Left side flap and right side flap. And we got Chop Shop. A little bit dusty window. Looks pretty good though. And the box bottom. And the box back, we've got a light flap crease. Left side flap. Right side flap. This is Ransack. The box front, it's got a small crease mark in the center of the top edge there. And maybe tiny crease mark on the bottom edge. Crease mark there at the bottom of the box top. And the box bottom looks good. Box back, got a light flap crease. Here's the left side flap. And the right side flap looks good. And barrage. A small ding there in the center of the left edge of the box front. And the box bottom looks good. Box back, just a very minor flap crease. Left side flap. Right side flap. And Venom. There's the box front. Maybe just some light edge wear on that. And the box bottom's got a couple crease markings at the top edge. Couple corner crease marks. And light to moderate flap crease. Left side flap. Looks pretty good. And the right side flap. Looks pretty good.